Thank you for watching this Slay the Brother video. My name is Killtrap, my twin Soviet Green and I make videos about Magic Gathering, and sometimes other cool stuff like that. Today's video, I want to go over a real Gruul aggro deck, which is very exciting. But first, I recorded this footage Thursday morning, and I had some issues with the deck tech segment, and I had to record, but I was sick on Friday. So now here it is very, very early on Saturday morning. I'm awake and we're recording this. I'm still a little sniffly, still a little mucusy, and I apologize for that. I had some of those issues while recording my gameplay. It just wasn't as bad as today and yesterday. And first things first, we're just going to go over the creatures. This is a Gruul aggro deck. That's what we're going to do. That's what we do. We're Gruul. So our first creature is Haywire Might. Haywire Might's a pretty simple go-to creature for a lot of mid-range decks. And the reason we're using this is obviously the Leyline meta. We just have 2 copies. We're not too reliant on it, you know. If they drop a turn 0 Leyline, it's going to be hard to catch up. And this is, yes, our sliver of hope there. But it does work, as we'll see on the first match today. That's probably why I beat that deck who dropped Leyline on turn 0 against me. Patchwork Beastie, this is a great card for Gruul aggro if you want to lean into Delirium. We are going to be leaning into the Delirium mechanic. It is not our main primary focus, though. I feel like the more you focus on aggressively throwing cards into your graveyard, the less aggressive you can be as an aggro deck. FOMO, just great go-to red Delirium card. They're going to give us an extra combat phase and untap a creature of ours once their Delirium triggers. So all we need to do is have 4 different card types in our graveyard. Wildfire Wickerfolk, 3/2 with haste. That's a little aggro. Not as aggro as it used to be, but that's still a nice aggro creature. The Delirium, once that's triggered though, they're going to be a 4/3 with haste and trample. So that's great. Phyrexian Dragon Engine. The reason I have them in this deck is I don't have the wild cards to fill up my Screaming Nemesis, but even if I did, I would still be running 1 or 2 of the Phyrexian Dragon Engines. They're great if we have to discard them or put them in our graveyard through self-mill, like from Patchwork Beastie or from Ren, who we're going to get into. Then that's 2 points towards our Delirium, just like Patchwork Beastie, just like a Wildfire Wickerfolk, just like Haywire Might. So I think you've noticed a theme here, as we're going to get into. That's artifact creature is going to be like our most reliable thing in our graveyard as we try to trigger our Delirium. So it's going to be the thing we don't have to think about. Land, instant, enchantment, sorcery, maybe a little bit. Instant, not so much though. But so, it's just going to be getting that 4th piece in there, as we'll go into later. But yeah, and then if we discard them, we can still unearth them and even get some card advantage from them if we do that. Discard our hand, which may be nothing, and then draw 3 cards. Awesome, wonderful. So yeah, Screaming Nemesis, I only have 2 copies. In a perfect world, I would have 4. Really, for best of 1, I would be running only 3, as I'll show you when I flash up the deck I want versus the deck I have, which this is the deck we have. But yeah, best of 4, I definitely would have 4 of them. I was thinking of having it in the sideboard, but I managed to squeeze it all 4 into the main board, which made me very happy. Ren's going to be great for giving us a little bit of card advantage with their -2, but also what's great about Ren is I have 2 copies of Restless Ridgeline in here, mainly exclusively because we have Ren. But yeah, Ren's going to let us use our lands to get creatures, keep the pressure going on our opponents, and if the game goes too long, they're -7, their ultimate, that's good for us. We have a lot of things we can get out of our graveyard that will really just put more pressure on the opponent. Bristlebutt Farmer, MVP of this fucking deck. Even though Delirium is a Duskmourn mechanic, this guy really goes above and beyond. If we haven't gotten our Delirium to trigger yet, this guy is going to do it. I know it sucks that they don't have haste, but they're a 4-mana 5/5 with trample, which is pretty good on its own. When they enter, they're going to give us 2 2 food tokens, and then when they attack, we can sack one of those tokens and mill 3 cards and put a permanent card in our hand. So that's good card advantage. It's nice to have the option for life gain. And if we have Delirium triggered and we attack with them, then we can sacrifice 2 food tokens and get 2 permanent cards in our hand. And even if Delirium's not triggered, them, Ren, that's going to be great ways to guarantee Delirium to trigger. Almost guarantee. Patchwork Beastie, they help Delirium get triggered, of course. We want to drop them on turn 1 if we can. We want to take action every time until we're up to our full Delirium. And this is a creature that benefits from Delirium as well. We can throw them in our graveyard, not really care about it. And once Delirium's triggered, hey, we have a 4-mana 5/5 that can't be countered with Trample and Haste. Obviously, in the best of 3 version, when I show you this, there's 2 of them in the sideboard for those long, grindy control matches. Red deck wins meta. I decided it's probably pretty useful to have 4 copies of Torch to Tower. If it wasn't a red deck wins meta, we'd only have 3 though. That's probably all I'd need. I probably wouldn't even need that much. And that would give us room for another creature, which would be great. 2 copies of a Bride. It's nice to have the 3 damage part of it without having to, do the bargain. But that's what's great about Torch to Tower is it's easy for us to bargain with a lot of our cards we have. That may actually even help us get our Delirium to trigger. But, a Bride also destroys an artifact, so we've still got Boros Forge decks going around there. So yeah, it can be useful against them. Pyroclasm, and it's just great for, those weenie decks. Red deck wins, has a lot of small creatures. Boros Enchantments has small creatures. And, that's basically just mice anyways, who I was going to say. And then we have rabbits. And I'm sure there's a few other tokens. Dolls. Dolls is a fun deck, and I wouldn't want to run one of them without Pyroclasm in hand. And then I'm going to go into Monstrous Rage and Audacity. I want to trim this down to 3 copies. I would drop an Audacity down if I had the other Bristlebutt Farmer or maybe Screaming Nemesis. That full set of Screaming Nemesis is in here. It's just I don't right now. So this is what I'm running. This is what I was running in the videos, and that's where we're showing this to you. Once we go to the version of the deck I want, as you can see, there's 2 copies of Monstrous Rage, just 1 of Audacity. I kind of think it's kind of nice just to help throw in that extra enchantment. Now I have 5 enchantments on my count versus just 4. The 8 instance seems to go pretty well for me. And we're going to go into that with the Delirium because, we have a lot of artifact creatures. And instants, of course, we're almost guaranteed to use an instant. So those will go, artifact creature and instant will almost be guaranteed to be in our graveyard. Which means, like land, sorcery, planeswalker, enchantment. That's what we need to get in. And we really have plenty of those. Like, if we look at our planeswalker, sorcery, and enchantment, that's about 9 cards there, so that's a little bit more than we have for our instance. So that's good, like we have just as much chance of getting one of any of those in there as we have chance of getting an instant in there. So now I'm looking at the best of 3 version. Best of 3 version has a full play set of Screaming Nemesis in there. They're like pseudo removal. They're a creature people don't want to block. It's just a wonderful card for any aggro deck to have. I'm very glad we have a red card like this in Standard right now. The full playset of Bristlebutt Farmer, who I don't have a full playset of. It's unfortunate. I swapped out a Bride for Paw Patch Formation because there's a lot more enchantments in there, and there's enough creatures with flying that I really feel comfortable that this works. And even if we don't have a creature with flying or enchantment against us, we may have Bristlebutt Farmer on field, and so just having draw a card, create a food token. That's great for us. That's 2 extra cards in hand maybe. Because, when they attack, we can sacrifice that token and get another card. So, all the abilities, destroy creature with flying, destroy enchantment, draw a card, create a food token. All those abilities are great for us, especially at instant speed. I was, dropped a copy of Torch to Tower because yes, there is aggro and hyper aggro in best of 3, but not nearly as much. I have 3 copies of Shock. If I go against a heavy control deck where I feel like Torch to Tower isn't going to do any good, I'll swap it out for shock. As you'll see in the final match, I'm just like bitching, like, fuck, I got Torch the Tower, and I wish I had shock. I could have thrown it at their face. But I ended up winning anyways. But yeah, obviously I'd swap that out. Or just add in 1 or 2 copies, however I see fit against a hyper aggro deck. I got 2 copies of Overprotect, just in case we run into something that I would refer to as a murder deck. We only have like 26 creatures in here, I think. I'll check that in just a sec. And, of course, we can sideboard more creatures in. Yeah, 26. We have more creatures in the sideboard. As I mentioned earlier, 2 copies of Balustrade Worm. That's going to be great against control matches. And yes, I haven't ran this in best of 3 yet because I don't have the resources. But, if anyone thinks some of these cards that I'm recommending for best of 3 or for the sideboard don't work, please let me know in the comments down below, and I would love to hear your advice. But yeah, just 1 copy of Audacity. If we want to be the aggressor, we want to be a little more aggro, we'll throw in Audacity and Haywire Might because it's nice to have that 3/1 that will let us draw a card and gain 2 life if it gets murked, and also just keeps laying some pressure down. Threw in the 2 copies of Abraid, just in case we run into something like Boros Forge or some shit like that. Want a little bit extra removal because it's mono red and not Boros enchantments, something like that. Extra Pyroclasm, yes, more removal the better. Having an extra Ren and Realmbreaker and Restless Ridgeline for those control matches, like maybe we're fighting somebody that's heavy on wipes, we're fighting somebody heavy on counters, and we're able to squeeze this in and keep going with the Restless Ridgelines. And of course, they're going to be able to kill the Restless Ridgeline eventually, so we're going to want to have more of them. The more the merrier, right? And yeah, there's Balustrade Worm. Where is it? What the fuck? Oh man. Obstinate Baloth. I wanted 1 copy in there for against discard decks. So I'll probably just drop out a shock, because at the end of the day, we don't want to have I don't think I'm going to need to have 6 1-mana removals in my deck. So that looks a little better. And yeah, those guys are just good against mono black discard. Because yes, obviously we're going to want to choose Balustrade Worm if we do fight mono black discard or something like that. But if they're really hand-hating, fuck yeah, let's just throw this in there. That will really punish them. Yeah, thank you for watching this deck tech video. Please stick around to watch at least like the first match, because it's red deck wins, turn 0 Leyline, and then fast forward to the last match, it's Boros Forge, and it felt kind of intense because I really did think like, dude, they could pull this out of their ass. That would suck. And then right afterwards, we're gonna look at some stats. Thank you for watching though. Please don't forget to give this video a like. Subscribe to our channel, check out some of Nick's decks. I think he has a lot of fun decks, and we've both got some fun stuff coming up in the near future. Thank you. Oh, of course, yeah, I'll walk away. Alright, so, yeah, that's not bad. Not great. No, it's really not great. Really not great. Just like I was saying, it's not if you're going to run into red deck wins, it's how many red deck wins you're going to run into. And I guess also if you can handle the threats they have presented towards you. Which is exactly why we have 4 Torch to Towers, 2 Mites, and just 2 Abraids just in case. I don't want them to get any momentum, anyone they can cast their spells on. My day would be made if they don't have any more creatures. They may have another creature. Oh my. Okay, they just don't have land to spare. Great, good for me. Oh, beautiful. We gotta get rid of it. We gotta get rid of it. Just gotta get rid of it. Cannot wait, cannot hesitate. We may eat some shit, it doesn't matter. That is exclusively the reason that Mike was in that deck. We can't afford to stack up on them though, because we're an aggro deck. We're going to throw a Fear of Missing out, give them Audacity, they're going to be our blocker. I mean,
I think that may be the best bet. Otherwise, the only other option was to play Ren and get one of our lands as a blocker. But that ain't that great. So in this scenario, if I had had extra copies of Nemesis, okay, I can discard a card too, though. I don't know what I want to discard. Let me read how these are worded. Okay, so it has to be a milled card, but I won't need a lot of the familiars. Actually, we're gonna throw in Ren. That will trigger Delirium. That gives us an extra land for next turn. But yeah, if we had a full play set of Seer Nemesis, this may be a little different then, because that would have been a pretty good blocker down. That would have been a pretty good blocker. Okay, Slick Shot Show Off, and damn straight we're blocking Scampy. Oh! We may not live this, though, regardless of blocking Scampy. Okay, we live. Barely. We don't get to do anything. They're like, we don't win after this. So right here, also, the board wipe would have saved the day, but I don't... Can't be guaranteed that I would have drawn said board wipe. Now we just sit here and hope and fucking pray that they don't draw something they can cast. Oh, hallelujah! 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 Okay, I don't think we have any other option but to go all in on the food. I mean, it's pretty easy to beef that guy up. We don't have any removal in our hand. Don't have Pyroclasm in our hand, so yeah, we're just gonna sacrifice food. Next turn, if we're still alive, we'll play our other one and we'll sacrifice the food as well. Oh, that was 3 health per food, not 2. I was thinking it was 2, and I was like, that's not going to be enough to keep us alive. 3 health is enough to keep us alive. Well, they're still swinging, though. Commitment. I like it. They don't have haste, do they? FOMO doesn't have haste. No, they do not. Now, I don't know, if I had a little bit more removal in my deck, maybe I would have fished for removal, but I'm not stacked to the teeth with that shit. We're going to decline because there's really no point in it. We kind of want that food for next turn, and either we dead this turn or we're not. We're not dead! Yes! Oh, fuck you, Red Deck wins! Fuck you! First match of the day! First deck I tested against earlier, first match of the day. Fuck Red Deck wins! I actually am a Red Deck wins player. Oh! Fuck you! I feel like that really says something about the game, that my first match recording this is not that great of a hand. This is a good hand. Maybe a little better than the last one, but I don't know. I almost wish I had 3 lands like last hand. Yeah, my first match recording this was Red Deck wins, and they dropped turn 0 Leyline. I have a feeling, I don't know, Chandra, Lightning Bolt, I have a feeling this is a person after my own style. Okay, when I saw they mulligan and the card went down, I was like, no, Leyline already? So I really can't afford to play this tapped. What we're going to do is we're going to drop this and our Beastie. We'll drop a Mike next turn, maybe. We'll see what they do. I don't want to go too aggressive. I mean, obviously I can't beef them up with Monstrous Rage and start swinging until Delirium's triggered. Delirium cannot be triggered this early in the game by my deck. Take action. A land. Nice, nice. Oh, and nice. And we drew a land. That is, wow. Hopefully that got us out of a land pocket. So here, instead of we're going to put the tap land in play. We're going to use Torch the Tower on there. Hopefully this wasn't debate me. I would have played them debate if I was Red Deck wins and then dropped a Scamper or Heartfire Hero next turn. Yep, it was debate. But they don't want to do anything right now because they're afraid I have removal or something like that. We're going to take action, hope we get an enchantment or artifact creature. We got another land. Okay. Oh, but we got Torch the Tower, so that's good. That's good. Now, I could maybe play Searing Nemesis. That wouldn't be a bad call, technically. I don't know, because that would be a good way to get rid of their Heartfire hero if I had to. I could play Might. See, what I could do, I think I'm going to try this one. I'm going to play Might, and hopefully when they go to protect their Heartfire hero, it's with something like Monstrous Rage or some shit like that. And then I'm able to use the Might to get rid of the enchantment. Ooh, I should have played Might with my green mana though, just in case things went squirrely and I wanted to somehow put Monstrous Rage. In case things went squirrely. Do I just go for the 3 damage or do I go for the 2? If I bargain and go for the 3, I don't get the chance to sack and take rid of their Monstrous Roll token if they cast Monstrous Rage. So we're just going to go for the 2, see what happens. That limits their options for survival because they're mono red. Now they have to have the +2/+2 and trample to survive that. Or the Felonious Rage token, which will give them a different type of creature. Yes! Alright, Mike can suck it for all I care. Man, is that 2 red deck wins on the draw? I can't remember if I was on the draw. I think I was on the draw here. No, I went first. Okay, good. We do not need to take action. Oh, nice. Alright, so we shall get a little... no, let's get a little aggro next turn. Let's play Screaming Nemesis. Let them know, like, yeah, they can't... Screaming Nemesis has haste. Whoops, I was going to say, no, they can't just swing at us. And then I pressed all attack. Oh, well, they can just swing at us. Whatever. Oh, they're just hoping they can maybe get the win next turn. Another land. I don't know if we technically have the kill, and if they play a Slick Shot Show Off, they have Leyline Resonance. It actually isn't that hard to win off of that. And if they play Slick Shot Show Off, we're screwed. If they play like a Emberheart Challenger, though, actually that may not be too bad for us. I don't think they can actually get strong enough to kill us with Leyline Resonance out on field. So let's see, that's 10. Oof. 1 damage short. So we may as well hold back a blocker, just in case what they have coming for us is on the ground. 1 damage short. But yeah, they need their Slick Shot Show Off, and they need Monstrous Rage, and they need fucking Turn Inside Out, or just multiple Turn Inside Outs. But they don't have it. They don't have any of it. It is SOL. Another land. I'm running 22 lands. I'm pretty sure I'm running 22 lands. This is why I stick to 20. But the deck's not doing that bad, really. The deck's doing pretty good. Oh, I could have used my man land. Oh, well. And they scoop. That's what you get for climbing the ladders. The red deck wins. Opponent goes first. Wow, we got all our removal. 1 creature again. We'll keep it. That didn't work out too well for us last time, though. Didn't work out too well for us last time. I saw they were 96, and I thought it said 96%. I was like, how do we already have a 96% in Mythic? It has been like 3 or 4 days. It's not as threatening as the Heartfire hero to leave alive for 1 turn. In fact, I almost feel like I would promote it to see what happens. Which we don't mind eating. No one ever minds eating 1 damage. Did they not have instant speed interaction? Okay, they do. Alright, so now we'll see. They may think we'll have instant speed interaction. Like, they may think we will be bluffing the priority. Because mites are great for that. So we'll see what they do. If they try to throw something down, we got it. Usually people won't. Usually people don't do that unless they're like really tunnel visioned. We'll see what they do on their their Heartfire here. Of course they're gonna start off with the Felonious Rage. Of course they're gonna start off with the Felonious Rage. So, we shall bargain. No, we don't want to hit them. Just in case they throw anything else. Now they need Monstrous Rage, and they need to go +2/+2. They ain't getting that fucking Might out alive. Sure, I'll take a land, because I can actually use it. Nice. Now it's my turn. My turn to be the aggressor. We are Gruul Aggro. Oh, do you have removal? I'm hoping you just have... You're like me and you just run stuff to beat your creatures up with. I bet they're still waiting to draw a creature. They're still waiting to draw a creature. Hell yeah. And we got them when they draw that creature. We got them. We got both our brides. The braids. Why don't you just throw your Monstrous Rage and your Turn Inside Out on me? Get this over with quicker. That's the kind of stuff I like to do to be a friend. Be a friend. Come on, red deck wins. Be a friend. Be a friend. Be a friend. Oh. This is bad. Like, I grew up as a Red Deck Wins player. I'm an aggro player, and I'm over here trolling and taunting Red Deck Wins now. Oh, man, you're lucky I don't have extra lands. Oh. We're just going to sit here and taunt you, though, because we have cards in our hand. We have removal. What do you got? Do you got creatures? I doubt it. Oh, you're probably thinking, I'm going to draw a Scamp. I've got my Scamp. It's on. It's over. Oh, they drew up Monastery Swiftspear. That's a little, disappointing. It is what it is. All right, what are we doing? Oh, you're gonna block? You're gonna hold back that blocker for one extra turn? Maybe get some prowess triggers going on. Let's see what you got in your hand. Let's burn you out a little bit, Red Deck Wins. Burn out that little blocker of yours. You're going to make them mighty, weren't you? Make them hefty, surviving. Yeah, wow, look at that. Wow. Oh, I have 2 copies of that, and I drew that in perfect fucking timing. It is on, bitch. No, we'll be nice and throw their bride down first, just to see... What do you got? Show me what you got. Now, they don't know I have Monstrous Rage in my hand. It's probably something they don't really see coming. Oh, okay. So you'll have a blocker for me next turn. You'll have someone to swing at me with regardless next turn. But can you give your Swiftspear that extra oomph? I know they're waiting to use it. They don't want to have to use it if they don't have to. Oh. Turn Inside Out. Beautiful, but not enough to win. Oh, good game. They would have had 2 creatures, though. That's smart. Oh, man. Give me some more decks that aren't Red Deck Wins. Come on, guys. It's like my last video where I didn't play as Red Deck Wins. Half my matches were Red Deck Wins. This is why I'm going to have to shift to best of 3. Why is Tavar... Oh, okay, that's kind of... This is just funny. These are one of the monsters, and it looks like Tavar is being caressed by it. Is that his glimmer? Is that his fucking glimmer? Oh my god, these are their glimmers. That's his Glimmer, is one of the fucking monsters? Yeah, that makes so much sense. One of those Duskmourn monsters we see loading in, that's Tavar's Glimmer. In a heartbeat, that motherfucker's out, dude. I will give him my left nut to get Slickshot Show off the field. They are just as threatening as Heartfire Hero and Scamp, and they don't even need Burn together. Opponent goes first. We don't have any removal, really. Screaming Nemesis is somewhat pseudo-removal, in a way. We don't have that land we need, though. View battlefield. I don't know. Maybe they're not playing red deck wins. But yeah, we'll keep this. We'll see how this goes. Okay, that's a good sign for us, though. Oh, I need Fabled Passage in this deck. That's what I need. I'm an idiot. Like, if I want to make it easier to get lands in the deck, Fabled Passage is definitely a way to go. We'll play the Patchwork Beastie. Get some mill going. Man, shit, sucks I have both of these guys. If I draw a FOMO, that's going to be pretty good, though. Just discard one of them. And that right there is why I didn't want to go up to 3. Like, they're a 5-drop. Oof. Dude, if this guy was a 4/4, read the exact same way, they would have been 4 mana, I swear. And I still would have paid 4 mana to get them out of my graveyard. With a finality counter on them. Take action. Yes, a land! Oh, and yes, a land! That's good to just get through your land pockets. Hopefully we don't suffer for that. Oh, look at that, look at that. They got a... I didn't notice that. They got Overlord of the Baelmerk in here. Great card. Really, really, really great value. They just keep giving you fucking cards, dude. It's vulgar. I've heard a few people, I know a few people who it's like, they're not making a black deck without Overlord of Baelmerk in there. Which is cool, which I like that idea, because I'm kind of thinking of making up a Rakdos brew with Overlord of Baelmerk, made for the merge, where we use the Phyrexian Dragon engine, and we use Mishra, and we use FOMO to get an extra combat. Yeah. Yeah, you see where that's going. Fucking peak. I mean, I think that was something that was barely able to work when the cards came out. I had a few people hit me with it, but it wasn't, like, consistent enough. But maybe Rakdos or Jund can make it consistent enough. That would be fun, that would be fun. Oh, kill my creature I can't even attack with yet. Just you wait. I bet you've got Liliana, and just you wait till you play that Liliana and get more of my creatures. Okay, actually, This actually wouldn't be bad to play. Would it be bad to play against them? I don't think it would be bad to play against them right now. But maybe I want to get some creatures on the field. No, let's get some card advantage going. Because they're going to have a lot of card advantage going.
I am the nexus of all that is.
FOMO! Yeah! Nice! The fact that they gave us a card named FOMO. What the fuck? What a meme. I have no idea what I'm going up against here, though, to be honest. Like, I know they may have both Overlords. And if that's what the case is, this may not go good for me. The longer the game goes, the better it goes for them, the worse it goes for me. Oh, they got Valgavoth in there. Oof. Maybe they're Reanimator. Okay, they're Reanimator. I was about to wonder. And there's Liliana. Knew it.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Yeah, we're going to play FOMO next turn. Hopefully things don't go too crazy for us after that. We'll have a land to attack with. And, yeah, Restless Ridgeline. Nice. Now, I bet they're... Okay, I wonder if they're debating to attack or not to attack. Because their Liliana is vulnerable now. And they know that. Okay, cool. I get another land, too. So, yes, we definitely will play that land. We'll play FOMO. Discard one of our worms. Get another land. 1-up Ren. Attack there. Planeswalker. That is our turn. Next turn, we get a hopefully we get a 1-up Ren again. Attack with Screaming Nemesis. But see, this is why I like Phyrexian Dragon Engine over Screaming Nemesis. Like, I know Screaming Nemesis has haste, Dragon Engine doesn't. So that's another thing, I've got to wait. But the Double Strike. And I'm not adding that card in that gives Double Strike based off Delirium. But yeah, like, next turn, if we get 2 combats, that'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty cool, because this guy will have Vigilance, so they'll be able to attack and trigger that +2/+0 again. In fact, I may actually even just go for Balestrade Worm, actually, for my graveyard. Oof, we may do this. We may go Balestrade Worm. This thing will attack and give it +2/+0. It's a 7/5 with Trample. Then when it attacks the next time, it's going to be, because it's going to attack again, it's going to be a 9/5 with Trample. I think that is a little bit of a better of a call. And we can use, oh no, we have to use this one. Oh, we don't have Delirium triggered. Oh, I'm such a dumbass. Okay. Now we gotta think about this, though. I could use this to trigger, force Delirium trigger. I'm sure I could. But I can hard cast this guy, just not attack with my land. Decisions. Okay, here's one. I think it highlighted all the right lands. We're just gonna be sure. So this will give us some life, at least, if nothing else. Also help us trigger Delirium in the future.
My voice beckons to all worlds.
Cause yeah, I was doing all that talking and I forgot Delirium hadn't triggered. Just because this deck isn't like focused on heavy Delirium trigger. But that's why we do so good against red deck wins, in my opinion. Because when I play aggro and someone drops a sorcery that's gonna mill them, or you can tell they're just playing heavily on the red deck, you know, heavily on getting that Delirium triggered, then they can bash. Their deck doesn't do very well in the early games, and they can't say they're an aggro deck, but it feels like they're trying to run like they're an aggro deck. What's in my graveyard? I have lands and artifact creatures. I do not have an enchantment creature in my graveyard. Now, sure, I would lose out on FOMO for that. I think sacking FOMO may be my best call. It triggers Delirium. It's going to allow me to attack with this land because of Ren and use this Balustrade Worm. Wait, yeah. Attack with this land. So I think we won this game, guys. This was a fun, interesting. Oh, I forgot they had that. This was a fun, interesting game. This is a fun game. Okay, you know what though? We lost FOMO. It doesn't matter. Should have kept FOMO. I forgot. I thought we had another turn. I don't know why I thought we had another turn on that. That changes things up a bit. Not terribly, though. That just means we have to debate how we do this a little differently, I guess. So, maybe I attack with... I think I know what I'm going to do. Okay, attack with Screaming Nemesis. We're going to attack with Screaming Nemesis. We're going to give one of our creatures Monstrous Rage. Hopefully we can get the kill. Do this just to make sure our Delirium's triggered. Yeah, it was already triggered, I believe, anyways. Do we want to land out of there? Do we want to land out of there? Yeah, let's get a land out of there just in case. Just in case. Then we can play one next turn, or this turn really if we need to. Let's see how they block. They're going to have to block. They probably won't want to block my Screaming Nemesis with a lot. Which would be good for us. Yes, perfect for us, because then we can give it trample. And honestly, I could have just given that to my farmer, and they would have won. Alright. And that's the... Shit like that is why we have just 2 copies of Monstrous Rage and 2 copies of Audacity. Trample's nice, and sometimes you want that instant speed interaction. I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted, so I just threw them both. Yes, we had fun. I had a lot of fun. I faced this guy today. Phantasm, I faced them today. They were playing Red Deck Wins, I swear. View Battlefield. Yeah. I faced them already. Oh, bad footage. Bad footage. Maybe this will be a better match than the first time. I don't know if the first time was a good match. Oh. Man, they got stuff going on Hideaway right away. Do not plot slick shots. Okay, they're enchantments. Oh. It's going to be a little different. Okay, I like that. So yes, we're going to have to kill that guy. Definitely going to have to kill that guy. Oh, they're mice enchantments. Oof, I made a mice enchantment deck. I really didn't run it a lot. But yes, it is powerful. Trust me. These motherfuckers are strong, dude. Boros mice were good. I just feel like they didn't have a lot of things to take them over the edge when you compared them to other aggro decks. And then some of these white cards hit, and it was like, yeah, that changed real quick. We get a draw card. Not a good looking match for us. But hey, we get to play FOMO, and we're going to discard our worm from that. What will worm be? Just a creature, right? Yeah, we're going to take action. Let's see what we get in there. Another creature. Not a creature we want in there either. That's a creature we want in our hand. If I had the other Mythic wallet card, I would have 4 copies. This deck would probably run just 1 or 2% better. Over here, you know, saying that kind of shit. Gotta love it, though. So do we want to discard our Dragon Engine or our Worm, really? Let's discard the Worm, because we can play the Dragon Engine next turn if we have to. Okay, and that gets us in a Bride. Nice. A Braid. Nice. I swear I played them today. Maybe it wasn't today. Maybe it was yesterday. I feel like whenever I run standard best of 1, I'm running into a lot less people. So I need... Oh, wait, I have the land. Okay. Yeah, we'll take action. Okay, we got an instant in there. Which, you know, I mean, that's a good card, don't get me wrong, but that wasn't going to save the day. That wasn't going to help us here. See, here's the problem. If they had killed that, it would have been a lot better for us. We could have attacked and blocked with this guy. I can either try to pay 4 mana to kill that with a Braid, which I will fucking do. Let's hope they don't have Shard Mage's Protection. Destroy target artifact. What artifact? Oh, my creature's an artifact. So we'll see. If they have Shard Mage's Protection, or Blessing, whatever the fuck it is. Okay, they don't. Good. I'll gladly eat the 3 damage. Yeah, it's always nice that gives them the lifelink too. That's pretty cool. Nice, Ren. Okay, that's a good late game play against them too, because it helps us build power. Not a good early game play against aggro decks. No. Okay, I thought that was a show off. We shall take action one more time. I would like to get it triggered. Yes, it's triggered. Even though it was a FOMO, it doesn't matter. It has been triggered. Okay, so we're going to play Might and then Phyrexian Dragon Engine, I believe. Yes, that should be a good call. I want to have good power on the field for next turn. Hopefully we can just go off and fuck them up. Alright, next turn it is time to fuck face. So either way, if I have Phyrexian Dragon Engine, it's going to be nice to throw that on. Give them double strike. let them attack again. If not, I have this guy, and they scoop. Oof. I didn't even have, like, the best removal for that scenario. Not that great of a hand either. Wow. We're going to keep it, though. Why not? God, what am I saying last match? I have more time after this. Oh, is it Boros? Is it going to be like Boros Forge or some shit like that? Oh, definitely, yeah. Great. I don't know if I had that. I don't know if this hand was really aggressive enough for Boros Forge. I don't know. I think I just kept a bad hand. I guess I'm just so used to facing aggro decks. I thought, you know, oh, I've got one removal. We can do something with this, right? All right, kill my screaming nemesis. Kill him. Just get it over with. Oh, really? Block, 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 block. Oh no, they got Elspeth Smite. Elspeth Smite. Okay. Oh no, torch the tower with that. Even better. Oh, I can still do this though. Okay. And you can no longer gain life. That's the only reason I like them in this deck. Like, they're a good creature, but their main purpose is just to have someone you can throw out to stop people from gaining life. They're better for control decks, obviously. If I was in best of 3, I would be sideboarding them. Okay. I'm thinking maybe I could play Ren and start going heavy. Well, not heavy, but, you know, play Ren, swing my lands. Or should I play my... I'm going to play the farmer. See if they have more removal. Maybe they have a board wipe. This would definitely be worth using a Sunfall against if you have no other options. So none of the red removal will cut it against this guy. Not unless they start stacking it. Which, I'm fine, dude. If you want to throw Lightning Helix and Torch the Tower out on one creature, that kind of makes me happy. It, like, makes me feel like I have the card advantage. We are not going to block. None of them. Just no blocking. Not going to put up with the risk of the shenanigans, but if they have, if they get a 3/3 instead of a 2/2, I don't care. If they're going to Sunfall, they Sunfall. I got to play 5/5 with haste next turn either way. Temp lockdown. My food tokens. Oh. Okay, you didn't want me to get any card advantage out of that. That was smart. That was very, very smart. Very sophisticated. I like that. We're going to be smart too then. We're going to be a little sophisticated as well.
Be swift. We haven't much time. My voice beckons to all worlds.
Now, unfortunately, though, if they draw Sunfall, or if Sunfall is that card in their hand, yikes for us. We just lost a land. I mean, I can still play Balustrade Worm, but that's a very nice land to have. That's a wonderful land to have. The only reason I have 2 of them is because I have 2 copies of Ren. I wouldn't even be running it if I didn't have Ren. That's my dirty little secret about manlands. I don't like them. Now, if my land was like Shock on a stick, you know, little Pyroclasm on a stick. Oh yeah, dude, I'm all about that land. All about that shit. Oh, you're gonna try to clone your tokens. Aren't you? Aren't you? I don't want to give you the chance to clone a little 3/1. Like, it's not the most threatening creature in the world, but that's gonna get annoying, and that may be enough to give them the win. Alright, so next turn we swing for 15. We win. Right? Yeah. Oh, well, they can gain 2 life, right? And they get a blocker. Oh, we don't win. In fact, if anything, now we're just praying that we don't get hit, praying even more not to get hit by the board wipe. But Ren is pretty strong. Ren's pretty high up there, so you know, they've got power. We're gonna target them. That way, if they do have something that says kill, hopefully it's not exile. When it says kill, we get something in our graveyard that we can use. You can live at 1 health. They will be at 1 health. They will top deck. They will fucking draw their fucking Sunfall. Oh, it's already on top of their deck. That's what they just drew. They'll be at 1 health with Sunfall. 1 fucking health. Don't do it to me. Just don't do it to me. I did so good this match. I earned this. I deserve this. No! Don't give them the land they need. 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 Oh, thank God it's not the one they need. Oh, but they can do that still, can't they? Yeah, they can do that. Ah. It's still not over, though. It's still not over. Oof, I'll be running Shock in a heartbeat. This is why I would run Shock. Oh, wait. My dumbass, I have Pyroclasm. It's over. It is fucking over for them. Dude, I would have cried if Pyroclasm dealt damage to Planeswalkers. Well, I guess I could have done it in this order anyways. It wouldn't have mattered. Oh, I forgot a good game then. Oh, and I fucked up Boros Forge! And it wasn't even like a squirrely... It was actually a bad start for me. So wonderful. Great footage. Oh, I'm glad we did another match. Yes, we had fun. Oh, great last match of the day. Way better than Boros Mice. Went way better than Mice Enchantments.
So we just want to go over the stats real quick. It's really 15 matches, but one of them was unranked. I feel like I should count it if it was the tournament Leyline Gruul Aggro deck list, which technically would be thrown with our, these mono red aggros. So we're 4-2 against them, which is great. 2 of our Boros matches were Boros Mice. So far, 50% against them. But, you know, if you're playing this deck best of 3 and you sideboard for that, you're peachy. You don't have to worry about that shit. I feel like we've gone against enough black and similar decks to know we're at least 50% against black, probably better against them, because right now it says 100% against mono black, 100% against Orzhav. We lost against Golgari, but I guarantee you the next time I find Golgari, I'm gonna stomp that Golgari garbage man. Against these, so far against these 3-color, 4-color decks that are kind of based around the Overlords. We're 1-1. We lost against the 3-color one, and we beat a 4-color one. You know, the difference was one had warmer removal and one didn't. Go figure. That's just how luck of the draw, basically. Sideboarding against them, that may have gone better for us, though. You never know. Especially in the best of 3 version, we have more enchantment hate, so we can definitely handle them better, where they're going to be popping up more in best of 3 versus best of 1. So as you can see, this deck is very good. If I had more well-tuned for the best of 1 meta, I'd have a little bit more hate in there, a little bit more removal. We'd probably do a little bit better against the aggro. If I was in the best of 3 meta, we can be a little more adaptable, and we're going to do better against these enchantment-rich decks, which are going to be Golgari, Black. They're going to be 4-color. They're going to be the domain decks. Domain ramp got a lot of power, so yeah. Based on the little bit of stats we have so far, though, we can't we can't say without a doubt this is a great Mythic ranked deck. It definitely will keep the 60% or higher win rate. The more you play with it, the better you get at piloting it, especially if you have the wild cards that I did not have access to, and you can increase the key pieces and the potent creatures of the deck. Once again, thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to leave the video a like, subscribe to our channel, check out some of my brother's decks. His Golgari Delirium deck, is it as good as my Delirium deck? I think not, but it's still pretty good because it does a lot of stuff, and all the stuff does stuff. I just bash stuff.